Hello students, welcome back to the maths class. Today we are starting our new topic linear equation in two variables. This topic you must have covered in the lower classes in class 7 or class 8. You have seen what is a linear equation, how to solve them, and you must have seen the application also. But now I'm starting the topic from the beginning. So whatever the concept may be unclear, maybe you forgot something, so that will be clear to you now, because this topic is very important and the secondary part of this topic will come in the class 10th. Okay, so we shall understand the meaning of linear equation in two variable by three parts. First of all, we shall see what is an equation. Second one, we shall see what is a linear equation, and third one, we shall see what is a linear equation in two variable. Now first we shall see what is an equation. Equation means if any two physical quantities or mathematical terms, if they are in balance, we say they are forming equation. For example, if I compare the weight of two boys and if I say the weight of boy A is 50 kg and the weight of boy B is also 50 kg. So we can say that the weight of both the boys are in balance. Same way, if I take the mathematical terms, for example, suppose if I write down here 2 plus 3 and here I write down 5. Okay, so now tell me, can I put the equal sign between them? Definitely yes. So you can say that yes, we are forming here an equation. So 2 plus 3 will be equal to 5 is forming one of the equation. But suppose if I write down here 4 plus 2 and here I write down 7. So we can say that it is not forming an equation, it is forming an inequality, because sum of 4 and 2 is lesser than 7. So it is not forming an equation, it is forming an inequality. So equation means which include the equal sign, and both the terms, mathematical terms, coming on your left side and coming on your right side. See, on the one side of the equation which is coming on your left side, we can say this is my left hand side. Okay, and on the other side of equation which is coming on your right side, we say this is my right hand side. So left hand side and right hand side, if both are equal, then we can say that yes, they are forming an equation. So equation is nothing, it can have any physical quantities, it can have any mathematical terms, but if they are balanced, they are equal in the appropriate manner, we say that they are forming an equation. For example, suppose you may have visited to the vegetable market or a kirana shop, then you suppose you told to the shopkeeper, give me 1 kg of sugar. So on the weight, one side he keep sugar, okay, and another side he keep the weight. So suppose he already kept a weight of 1 kg and then he put the on the other side he put a sugar over there, okay, and when the sugar becomes exactly equal to the 1 kilogram, he packs and give it to you. So we can say that here sugar and the weight are forming an equation. When they are exactly both are equal, we can say that yes, they are forming the equation. When the quantity of sugar is lesser than the weight, they are forming an inequality. Okay, so I hope now the meaning of equation, it is must be clear to you what is the meaning of equation over here. So equation is nothing, since we are not talking about any physical quantities in the whole chapter further, until and unless some applications would be given to us. So we shall talk about here mathematical terms, and mathematical terms will be coming in the form of numbers, constant and variable. Okay, now one thing remember, here I have taken only number. It doesn't mean that mathematical terms will only come in the form of numbers. Okay, here we shall include some variables. Now what does it mean, a variable? For example, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 I wrote. If the same equation I write down in this manner, 2 plus x is equal to 5. Then you observe, in place of x I have taken here, sorry, in place of 3 I have taken here x, right? So x is my unknown term whose value I need to find out. Now by shuffling the terms, 2 I can send on that side, from 5 it will subtract and I can find out the value of x. But still this is also an equation who can contain any unknown term. So remember, in the equation, whichever the unknown terms we are using, we are putting over there, that unknown terms are called as here variables. So this is my variable. Okay. Now we can say any equation who contain mathematical terms like number, or you can say constant, and variable which comes in the form of alphabet. Most probably it comes in the form of x, y and z. They are forming an equation. Now we shall see what is linear equation. See, linear equations are those equations who contain the variables, but that variable power is always 1. I will give you an example. Suppose if I write down here one equation, 2x plus 5 is equal to 7. Okay, now observe the power of x. I can say that the power of x is here 1. We can say that this is an linear equation. Okay, but suppose if I write down one equation, 2x square plus 5 and then is equal to 7. So now you observe here power of variable is 2 and this is not a linear equation. Okay, suppose if I write down the equation here, 3x square plus 5x and then plus 7 is equal to 0. So tell me, is it a linear equation? You may have one confusion. Here one variable is coming with the power 1. We can say here x is power 1. So we can say it is linear equation. But remember, you have to check each and every variable. This variable do not have the power 1. Its power is 2. So it is also not a linear equation. So linear equation is that equation where the power of variable is 1 and only 1. It can't have any other power. Okay. So remember, wherever the variable is coming, their power should be only 1. Now we shall understand what is a what is a linear equation in two variables. Okay, so two variables, as the name is clear to you, here two different variables will come. Okay, for example, suppose if I write down here one example, so let me write down one example here, 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now tell me here how many types of variable you are observing. How many types? Here basically only one variable you are observing. Suppose if I write down 3x square plus 5x and then plus 9 is equal to 0. Now tell me how many times. You may say here the variables are given with the different power, but there is only one kind of variable I am observing, that is only x. So suppose if I say I have an equation 3x plus 5y is equal to 9. Now tell me how many kinds of variable you are observing. Here x is the first kind of variable and y is the second kind of variable. Okay, so we can say that this equation contain two different variables. So here we got two variables. Okay, so here we can say that in equation we have given two variables. Now we shall see all the three things together. Means I will write down equation, I will write down linear equation also, and I will write down linear equation in two variable also. Okay, so let us see the compiled example of linear equation in two variables. Suppose if I write down, first I will give the heading here, linear equation in two variables. Okay, suppose if I write down here 5x plus 9y is equal to 2. Now observe, does it equation? Yes, because it contains equal sign. Yes, it is an equation. Does it linear equation? Check the power of the variable. Yes, the power of this variable and this variable. Since it is not mentioned, it is supposed to be 1 and hence it is a linear equation. Does it linear equation in two variables? That we can check. So first of all, see, I have here one variable x and second variable y. So yes, it is a linear equation in two variables. So see, we have learned linear equation. What does it mean? Equation which contains equal sign or the two mathematical terms should be in the balanced form. Second, the linear equation, the power of variable should be 1 and only 1. And the third thing, the linear equation two variable means it contains two different kinds of variables. Okay, so let us start first question of exercise 4.1. Now let us see the question number 1. In the first question they are saying the cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. Maybe when you are going to purchase a notebook and a pen, you may have seen variations. Pen is little we can say economical than the notebook over there. It may possible. Write a linear equation in two variable to represent this statement. In this question they are saying means the instruction is given to us, take the cost of notebook be rupees x and the pen rupees y. So first of all, in the solution I will suppose the notebook and the pen cost. Okay, so first write down, will write down here, let cost of notebook. Okay, I am supposing the cost of notebook is equal to x rupees. Second, we shall suppose here cost of pen. So cost of pen we shall suppose here y rupees. Okay. Now what is given in the question? So we shall write down further according to the question. See, in the question what we have given. So whatever the given things are there in the question, that I will try to write down in the form of equation. Okay. So here remember, this is given to us. It will play a very important role. Is normally creates equal sign in the equation. Okay, remember is means now they are talking about the another part. So remember, wherever the is comes in the equation along with the condition, that is we can take as a equal sign. Now read the statement once again. Cost of notebook. So I will write down here once again the in the form of language. Cost of notebook. Cost of notebook. What we have given? Cost of notebook is I will consider as equal sign. Twice means 2 here, and twice remember 2 means 2 will multiply into another term. So 2 into cost of pen, twice cost of pen. So twice means it will multiply 2 times. Okay, so cost of a pen. This is your equation. See, slowly you are learning how to frame the linear equation in two variable. Now see, cost of notebook what we have given, that is given to us x here is equal to 2 will be as it is, and what is the cost of pen, it is y. This equation we can write down in this form also, x minus, because 2y I can bring on this side, so x minus 2y is equal to 0. That can be also the answer. If you leave the answer till here, then also it will be okay. Normally it is said to us write down the equation into the standard form. Okay, that I will come later. What is standard form? That is our next question only. Okay, see the next question. See, in the next question now they are saying, read the question first. Express the following linear equation in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is our standard form of linear equation. Okay, whatever I was talking means all the variable, the constant value will lie at the either side of equation, means lie at the left hand side, and the remaining terms means whatever 0 will only remain, that will lie onto the right hand side. And they are saying indicate the value of a, b and c in each case. Let us see the first question. First of all, what they are saying, we need to write down the given equation into this form. You observe in this form, left hand side only all the terms are lying. So 9.35 bar, here bar is given. Bar, I think you remember well, in chapter number 1 we have done. So bar, if you expand 9.35555 up till infinite number of times. So see, I will write down, first of all I will bring 9.35 bar onto this side. So 2x plus 3y minus 9.35 bar is equal to what will remain? 0. Now we can say comparing with, we are going to compare with this equation, we will compare with the standard equation of linear equation. So ax plus by plus c will be equal to 0. Now compare, here ax is coming, here who is coming? 2x. So I can say that the value of a will be equal to 2. Similarly compare the terms of y. So value of b will be equal to 3 and c will be equal to, write down the value along with the sign, that is minus 9.35 bar. Okay, let us see the second part. In the second part, see, there is one small problem, upon 5 is coming. So we shall do one thing. In this question we shall multiply the whole equation by 5. So the denominator 5 can be easily resolved. So 5 into x minus 5 into y upon 5, okay, minus 5 into 10, everywhere I am multiplying by 5, which is coming in the denominator, is equal to 5 into 0. So now if I multiply by 5, it will become 5x minus, here 5 and 5 is cancelled, who will remain? Minus y, and this will be minus 50 is equal to 0. Now since I do not have space, so this line I am ignoring, comparing with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I am writing it directly, that is value of a will be equal to here 5. Okay, now b will be equal to, now see, here there is no coefficient of y is given, so we can assume it 1. So value of b will be equal to minus 1 and c will be equal to minus 50. That is your answer. Let us see similarly the part number 3rd. Now see, in the part number 3rd, what we have given? In the part number 3rd, see, we have given that minus of 2x and plus 3y. 6 is lying onto the right hand side. So first of all, we can bring 6 onto this side. So minus of 2x plus 3y and then minus 6 will be equal to 0. Now we shall write down comparing with, we will compare this equation with the standard linear equation. So comparing with ax plus by plus c will be equal to 0. We can say that the value of a will be equal to minus of 2, b will be equal to 3 and same way c will be equal to minus 6. So it is very simple. We can easily find out the value of a, b and c if I compare the similar kind of terms. Now let us see in the similar manner part number 4. First of all, that 3y I will bring on this side. So x minus 3y. Now one thing you note here, in this question the constant term as given here 6, as given here 9.35 bar is not mentioned. Okay, so we will do one thing, we shall write down by our own, plus 0 is equal to, again 0 will remain because 3y we have brought onto this side. Now let us write down once again comparing with we are going to compare it with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so let us see what is the value of a here. Observe, there is no coefficient of x is given. I can assume 1. So value of a will be equal to 1, b will be equal to minus of 3, and c will be equal to 0 because constant term is not mentioned. So I have taken 0, and if I compare with c is coming here 0. Similarly, let us see the part number 5. First of all, minus 5y I will bring on this side. So 2x plus 5y. And since constant term is not given, I will write down here 0. Plus 0 will be equal to 0. Now let us compare. So we shall write down here comparing with the same standard equation ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Right? Now tell me what is the value of a. Value of a will be equal to 2, b will be equal to 5, and then c will be equal to 0. Right? Let us see similarly the part number 6. Part number 6, see, all terms are lying on to the left hand side only. No term is given onto the right hand side, but here term of y is missing. So as we have written the constant term 0, same way we can write down the term of y also 0. So here we will write down 3x, and see, we can write down only simply 0 because constant term comes without variable, but here the second term which is of y comes with a variable y. So we shall write down here 0 into y and then plus 2. There is no harm of the equation we have written here because 0 into y will become again 0 and we'll get the original equation only. So now I will compare. If I compare this one, compare with, we are going to compare it with which equation? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now if I compare, tell me what is the value of a. Definitely you will say a is equal to 3, b is equal to, here new thing we are get, b is equal to 0 and c will be equal to 2. Now let us see, there are some more questions remain. Yes, two more parts are remaining. So quickly we shall finish both the parts. Now, first of all, you see y minus 2 is equal to 0. In this equation, what we have not given? Term of x. So we will write down in the same manner as we have written the 0 into y previous question. This I will write down 0 into x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, now we shall compare it with standard linear equation. So comparing with the equation ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So now what is the value of a here? Value of a will be equal to 3. B will be equal to c. Here there is no coefficient of y is given. We can assume 1. So b will be equal to 1 and c will be equal to minus of 2. This is the answer of part number 7. Quickly we shall see the part number 8. See, in the part number 8, first of all 2x I will bring on this side. So 2x will become negative. Now along with 2x who is coming? 5, which is a constant term, means only number. Okay, but now y term is not given to us. So we shall write down in the same manner as we are writing from the last two questions. This will be 0 into y and then plus 5 is equal to 0. So now compare this equation comparing with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So what is the value of a here? Value of a will be equal to minus of 2, b will be equal to 0 and c will be equal to 5. So this is the final answer of the all 8 parts. Okay, so this way we have completed all the questions. Once you can see how we have done. Yes, now we are going to start the next exercise, but before that we need to understand one definitions. Students, if I ask you, last year you have solved the linear equation in one variable. Okay, so you found the solution of the linear equation. Solution means you have solved completely the given equation and you got the value of variable, which is unknown variable. It was given to us in the equation. Look at the first part. In the first part C, we have given that one equation 3y plus 4 is equal to 0. So suppose if I solve this equation, okay, so I will say here 3y will be as it is and 4 I am sending onto that side. That will become negative minus 4. Okay, now y I will keep as it is and 3 is in multiplication, so 3 will go in the place of denominator, so minus 4 and then upon 3. I can say it is the answer of y. Now one thing note here, y if I keep again in the equation I will get the left hand side 0. For example, if I put y is equal to minus 4 upon 3, okay, in the left hand side of the equation. So let us see the left hand side. Left hand side is given to us 3y plus 4. Okay, here if I put, so I can say that 3y plus 4, so 3 into value of y if I keep here minus 4 upon 3 and then plus 4 will be as it is. Here 3 and 3 we can cancel. What will remain? That will be minus 4. So minus 4 plus 4, and observe minus 4 and plus 4 will be also cancelled. We got 0. That is equal to right hand side. So see, whatever the value of y I have got here after solving the equation, we can say that if that value of y I keep in the given equation, then that value satisfy the given equation. Satisfy the given equation means when you keep the value of y in the given equation, LHS and RHS comes equal. See, RHS was given 0 and if I solve the LHS by keeping the value of y, LHS is also becoming 0. So here we can say that y is equal to minus 1 upon 3 is a solution of the given equation. So solution means what exactly? That value of variable who satisfy the given equation. And what is the meaning of satisfy? Means if you put that value in the given equation, LHS and RHS will be equal. Now same way here you see I have taken the linear equation in one variable in the first part, and in the second part if I take the linear equation in two variable. So how I can find out the solutions? Now first, suppose here it is not possible to find out directly the linear equation as I have solved here. So here I need to suppose the value of any one variable and then accordingly I have to find out the value of another variable. For example, suppose I say the value of x I take 0. Okay, so suppose if I say put the value of x is equal to 0. So 4 into 0 plus 3y is equal to 12. Now 4 into 0 will become here 0. So remaining is here 3y is equal to 12. 3 is in multiplication. It will go on to that side. So it will come and divide. So y will be equal to 12 divided by 3. So that will become here 4. Okay. So now you see what is the value of x and y I got here. X I have taken 0. Then I got here y is equal to 4. Now suppose in the same manner these two values if I put up in the equation left hand side, so do I get the right hand side here? Let us check. So if I consider LHS, what is LHS is given here 4x plus 3y we have given. Now here put up the value of x is equal to 0. Okay, and plus 3 into value of y is 4. 4 into 0 will become 0. 3 into 4 will become here 12. So final value is coming 12 and that is equal to the right hand side. Right? So we can say that x equal to 0 and y equal to 4 satisfy the given equation. Hence, they are solution of my linear equation. Solution of my linear equation. Okay, so here remember the solution will come in the form of pair, means 0 comma 4. That way we can write down the solution in the proper manner. We can say that here, therefore solution of given equation, okay, solution of given equation will be, normally we write down the solution in the form of bracket. First I write down the value of x and then I write down the value of y. 0 comma 4 is a solution of the given equation. Now one thing you understand the difference. When the linear equation given in the form of one variable, we get only one solution. Observe here I got only one solution in the case of linear equation in one variable. But when I am getting here the linear equation two variable, here you observe I got the solution in the form of pair. Okay, number of solution we shall discuss in the upcoming question, how many solutions we can get. But here you observe the solution is coming in the form of pair because here two variables were there. So one is x equal to 0 and second one is y is equal to 4. You may have question, if I keep x equal to 1 then value of y will change, accordingly I will solve, and that can be also a solution. Definitely we are discussing in the upcoming next question. Okay, so let us have that question now. Now I am starting 4.2 question number 1. 4.2 first question. See what we have given here. Which one of the following option is true and why? Y is equal to 3x plus 5. We have given the equation. They are saying y is equal to 3x plus 5, which is a linear equation in two variable, has a unique solution, only two solution, and infinitely many solution. Okay, so see in the previous question I have taken x equal to 0, value of y I got 4. Okay, and I say that 0 comma 4 is the solution, but the other person can say why you have taken x equal to 0, we can take x equal to 1 also, we can take x equal to 2 also, or else we can take the value of y is equal to 0 also, then accordingly the value of x could be found. So that all whichever you can think a different value of one variable and accordingly you are finding the value of another variable can be the solution of the given equation, that we can see. And how many such solutions could be possible? Unique means one, two solutions, or infinitely many. Let us see, we can examine. First of all, see what equation we have given here. Y is equal to 3x plus 5. Okay, now since it is easier for us, we keep the value of x in the equation and find out the value of y. So first one, I will take the first part. First part, I am taking if the value of x is equal to 0, then in that case what is the value of y? So y will be equal to 3 into 0 plus 5. 3 into 0 is 0 and plus 5 will be equal to 5. So we can say that here solution will be x equal to 0 comma y is equal to 5. That is one of the solution, and you can check if I put up in the left hand side and right hand side. Observe, now we will do it orally. If I put up in the left hand side value of y, that is 5, and if I put up here x equal to 0, 0 into 3 0 and plus 5, so it will also come 5 only. Similarly, suppose if I take one more value, okay, here you can say yes, I got at least one solution. Now out of these three we need to judge. Okay, now if I take the value of x is equal to 1, if I take x is equal to 1, in that case what is the value of y? Y will be equal to 3 into 1 plus 5. So 3 into 1 is 3 and plus 5 will be as it is. So finally, what is the value of y is coming here? Value of y is coming here 8. So what is the solution? We can say that x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 8. You can check by putting this value in the equation. See, left hand side will remain 8 because value of y only it is coming. Put up x equal to 1. 3 into 1, 3 and plus 5, that will be also 8. So this is also a solution of the given equation. Now here the first part, unique solution, is not true. It can't be unique solution. We got up till now 3 solutions. Can we have more than 3 solutions? Let us see. If I put up here x is equal to 2. Okay, then in that case, what is the value of y? Value of y, it can be 3 into 2 plus 5. So it can be 6 plus 5, right? And we can say that the value of y will be equal to here 11. So what we can say, therefore, what is the value of x here? X will be equal to 2 and y will be equal to 11. This is also a solution of the given equation. Sorry, x equal to 2 and y equal to 1 is also the solution of the given equation. So see, if I put up a different values of x, for example, here I put up 0, 1 and 2. I can put up 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So there will be infinite value of x we can put up in the equation and we can find out the infinitely many solution, and this all solution will satisfy the given equation. Means if you replace the value of x and y in the given solution, definitely it will satisfy the equation. Means LHS and RHS will come same in both the cases. Okay, so here we can say that we'll write down the concluding line now. Okay, so write down the concluding line. We can say we observe values of x could be kept we can say could be kept many values. Okay, could be kept many values. So and accordingly we can find out values of y could be found. Means for a different values of x we can find out the different values of y. So therefore infinitely many solutions possible for linear equation two variables. Okay, so now I hope it is clear to you how we can find out the different solution for a linear equation two variables. Okay, so let us start the now next question. Yes, students, now we are starting the next question. Let us see the question number 2. In the second question, what we have given? Write four solutions for each of the following equations. See, we need to write down the four solutions for each and every equation. There are many parts given to us. I have written here all the three parts. So let us see how we can write down the solution for them. First, see second question, first part. We have given that 2x plus y is equal to 7. So here in the right hand side, we'll do some rough work. Okay, and then we shall put up the values. Four solutions we shall put up over here as I have made the table. So in your notebook also you can make the structure like this. Rough work you can keep it side where you will do some rough work to find out the solution, and finally you will put up the solution in this table. Okay, so let us see how we can put up here. Now rough work I will not show you very systematically. Okay, it is a rough work. So suppose I take the value of x is equal to 0. X I take 0 for example. Now look at the equation. In the equation x equal to 0 I am keeping. So 2 into 0 plus y is equal to 7. 2 into 0 is 0, right? So what we will get here, value of y will be equal to 7. So what is the solution we got? X equal to 0, y is equal to 7, and if I write down in the form of pair, it will be 0 comma 7, right? Let us find out some more solutions over here. Suppose I take value of x is equal to 1. Okay, so in that case this will be 2 into 1 plus y is equal to 7. Now 2 into 1 will be 2, and 2 I am sending on to that side. So y will be equal to 7 minus 2, and that is equal to 5. So now see here, what is the value of x I have taken? 1. So at x equal to 1, value of y will be equal to 5. Okay, so here solution is 1 comma 5, right? Now similarly if I take x is equal to 2, so what is the value of y? It will come 2 into 2 plus y is equal to 7. So we can say that it can be y is equal to, see, 2 into 2 4, 4 is going on that side. So 7 minus 4 will be equal to 3. So value of x is 2 and value of y is here 3. So solution is 2 comma 3. Let us find out one more solution. X equal to, suppose if I take minus 1, I don't take 3. Okay, you can take 3 also, no problem. So 2 into minus 1. So see the variation. If I take the negative value, plus y is equal to 7. Now see what will happen. 2 into minus 1, that is minus of 2. Minus of 2 is going on that side. So value of y will be equal to 7 plus 2. So it will become 9. So we can say that at x equal to minus 1, value of y I got here 9, and hence a solution will be minus 1 comma 9. This is the answer. And see, if this all values 0 comma 7, 1 comma 5, 2 comma 3 and minus 1 comma 9, if you put up in this equation, left hand side and right hand side will always come equal. Means these are not a normal values, these are those values, these are those solutions. If you put up in the equation, they will satisfy the equation. Okay, let us see similarly the next question, part number second. In the part number second, see, we have given that the equation. Here also I will keep the value of x different. Here remember one thing, don't put up the value of pi, because here the meaning of pi is not same as you have done the topic of mensuration. There meaning of pi was 22 upon 7 or 3.14. But since here the role of pi is not clear, so don't put up the any value of pi. Keep pi as same as pi only. Okay. So first, if I take the value of x is equal to 0. Okay. So this will become pi into 0 plus y is equal to 9. Okay. If I solve it further, then pi into 0 is 0. So remain 0 only. So that will be 0 plus y is equal to 9. and if I solve little further, value of y will be equal to 9. So I can say that x equal to 0, value of y will be equal to 9, and then if I write down properly in the form of solutions, it will be 0, 9. Let us see if I put up the value of x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1. Okay, so this will become pi into 1 plus y is equal to 9. Now pi into 1 is pi, and pi I am sending on to that side, so y will be equal to 9 minus pi. This is your solution. Okay, don't put up the value of pi, then equation will become more and more complicated. Okay, and actually that is not given in the question. You put up the value of pi. So here I can say that the value of x is 1, then value of y will be equal to 9 minus pi. So what can be the solution if I write down here? It will be little congested now. 1 comma 9 minus pi. Okay, so now let us see the third solution. Third solution, I will take x equal to 2 here. Okay, as I have taken last time. So x is equal to, I am taking it now, 2. So it will be pi into 2 plus y is equal to 9. Okay, 2 into pi will become 2 pi, and 2 pi I am sending onto that side. So we can say that y will be equal to 9 minus 2 pi. 2 pi I am sending on that side, it will become negative. So here add 2 means x is equal to 2, value of y will be here 9 minus 2 pi. Okay, so solution if I write down, let me see, it is possible 2 comma 9 minus 2 pi. Yes, okay. Now similarly you put up the value of x equal to 3 that I am keeping for you. Okay, I hope you can do it. In that case the value of y will come here 9 minus 3 pi. So that I am keeping for you. I will show you quickly one or two solution of the next one. X is equal to 4y. Now in this question don't put up the value of x, because if you keep the value of x and you want to find out the value of y, then 4 will come always in division and you will divide the value by 4. That will make your calculation little longer, or you can say lengthy. So here we shall do one thing. We can take the value of y each and every time. Suppose I take y is equal to 0. So x will be equal to 4 into 0. In that case it will become 0. So see, first solution is x equal to 0 and y is also 0. So solution will be here 0 comma 0. If I take y is equal to 1, so what can be the value of x here? X will be equal to 4 into 1. So it can become 4. So value of x is here 4 when the value of y is 1. And your solution is here 4 comma 1. Similarly, if I take the value of y is equal to 2. Okay. So value of x is here 4 into 2. It will become 8. So here I can say that value of x is 8. Value of x is 8 when the value of y will be equal to 2. So solution will be here 8 comma 2. Now one solution you can find out by your own. Okay, so students, we have finished today till exercise 4.2 question number 2. Now next time I will take from the third question. Okay, because today's session is also became very long, so we shall stop here. Next session I will start from question number 3rd. So 4.2 both the questions, remaining one 3rd and 4th, that I will finish, and we shall go to the exercise 4.3. Next time we may require the graph paper also. Let's see what kind of questions are given, because there are some mixed questions are given, so we may require the use of graph paper. Okay, so let us see next time remaining set of the questions. Thank you.